Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 of Urnado versus Azure in the Tide's Wrath tournament here, with Urnado being the defenders. Azure is up 1-0 at the moment, and we'll be bringing you Game 2 right now. My name is Coldblood from GameStar, and joining me will be Hawkspock. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, man. That was a damn exciting first game, dude. We saw a bit of up and down and left and right and everything, man. Lots of games and counter games. The TP support in that game from Azure, especially, just absolutely fantastic as they took out the first game.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll have to see if Azure can sweep 2-0 or if Urnado have a trick up their sleeve. They did pick the Bat Rider, which is highly contested, and then didn't manage to walk away with it. So we'll have a look at the bans for this game. At the moment, Weaver and Elder Titan and Lich all getting a ban. And instead of Darkseer, we've got Nakes the Lifestealer, the last ban out for the 1-0 Azure. And Timbersaw will be the first lock-in for Urnado. I believe that was banned against them. Would have been the 5th ban in the last game.
Yeah, that's correct. When they were looking towards their offlane, they did ban out that Timbersaw, and still got who we got left in the pool right now. We got the obviously we got the Bat, and that obviously really doesn't get left alone. Now we do have that OG left in the pool as well. Crystal Maiden getting picked up, and Alki, man, I do love a bit of late game Alki there. So we might be looking at a little bit of a stronger carry this time. Drow, in my opinion, just too much to get going. Too squishy. You know, needs way too much farm to be effective.
Needs peel and positioning,
yeah. Yeah. Whereas the Alki, he's able to stand his ground early game with the chemical rage and dish out a little bit of damage through the acid spray, and also have that amazing stun.
Yeah, and of course, I keep saying it's greed is good, but I think it's Greevil's greed is going to help him get going a little bit faster, and the Outworld Devourer are going to be the next ban for Urnado. They'll be going against Crystal Maiden and Bat Rider this time instead of utilizing them, so I'll have to see if they understand them on that deeper level to be able to verse. And no reserve time has been employed just yet. Rubik going to be the ban out by Azure. That is very smart, considering the last Bat Rider play that we saw was dealt with pretty well by Rubik, so we're not going to be seeing any return of that.
Yeah, dude, there was some pretty damn good plays by the Rubik there. It cracked me up every single time. I saw that Rubik on that bloody broomstick, man. It's just hilarious to see.
It reminds me of when he steals Tusk's Walrus Punch. He says like Stolen Punch and Friendship Punch or something. It's really good. When they're below 50 or 40%, and he does the uppercut, Rubik, he says Stolen Punch.
Okay, right here.
So what I'm thinking here, Hawks, for Urnado is we've seen a composition like this before with the Timbersaw Alchemist. It's very strong. The problem is if they want to go under tower, they're going to get up close and personal, and if they don't have some range support, it may be difficult. Last time we saw them going against a Medusa, and her Stone Gaze was absolutely perfect for dealing with the mass amounts of melee. It looks like Darkseer going to be banned out, and that is very smart considering they've picked up 2 melees for themselves. 4th ban for Azure is going to be the Disruptor, and now they've got the 3rd pick for themselves.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the next few pickups here. We still don't have a mid. We don't have obviously carry for the Azure guys or a second tri-laner.
Yeah, well, we might be seeing 2-1-2 again. We know it's definitely on the table, but we can't really call it just yet until the teams pick out another 2 heroes for themselves. Are they going to run into the reserve time? Looks like they will do. They're going to try and decide what they want to go with. So hopefully Situ can try and survive in the fights this time, and hopefully the whole of Urnado can try and survive as well. And we can see some different shifts in the way the fights go. At the moment, there's a decent bit of initiation for Azure and follow-up initiation. and some nice. I know Timbersaur's got some decent AoE and mobility. Alchemist, all I know is he farms for a while and then punches things very fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That sums him
late
up.
game Alki is pretty hilarious. He does have that chemical rage. A lot of people call it an Earthman, but I've got this funny feeling every time I've seen an Alki, when it gets to that late game period, even without that bonus HP, I'm pretty sure they buffed up the health regen you get. So once he gets that heart or you know that necessity survival item, it just he seems a lot more tougher to take down. So
Yeah, you've got to
I'm
completely
not
burst
sure.
him, or he's gonna be back up at no time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not sure how the community stands with that, but you know, I mean, I've played him a fair bit in pugs, and I don't know, he just feels stronger to me for some reason. Murata getting picked up there, so we're gonna see some big arrows coming out, man. I don't mind a bit of those old long range suckers.
Yeah, they can. They're very slow moving, but if she manages to hit the key one, that can definitely signal the Bat Rider to run in and less so the unfortunate victim of that arrow. And I'm assuming that would be an off lane, or would it be with the tri lane? Is Lion going to be locked in?
Radiant's pick.
Well, there you go, fair bit of new coming out. Murata can be, she's quite adaptive.
Yeah.
She can go in the middle.
So it's
She
hard
can
to
go
tell.
off lane, yeah. Um, or she can be. Well, it's less common that you see it, but you can utilize her as a carry as well. But more often than not, you'll either see her in the mid or the off lane. I'd say the off lane with that escape at this stage.
Yeah. Well, that definitely makes sense. So, with the Lion pickup, they've got the guaranteed stun with the Alchemist, and then the follow-up Earth Spike from Lion, and like you say, a lot of burst potential. We'll have to see how that goes for them. Reserve time being called in again by Azure, so they're really running into it, trying to decide what they want. Witch Doctor is going to be the pickup, and now I do know quite a bit about him. He's got the bouncing stun, he's got the AoE heal, which I believe scales quite well later on. He's got the Death Ward, which does a lot of burst damage if you don't get away from it, and Invoker, gonna be probably the mid for your NATO, very versatile.
Yeah, Invoker can be running the off lane. Obviously, you probably have Timbersaw in the off lane, but he's
10 seconds to
significantly
go.
stronger in the middle lane. They're getting that early XP. You see a lot of pugs these days roll with the Hand of Midas rush. So I wonder if that's the go with competitive play. I haven't seen him a great deal. He's gone out of favour as of late, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they go. So clock the last ban there, banning out their potential other mids or off lanes.
Oh, what I'm thinking, Hawks, is you've got a lot of lockdown between the Unstable Concoction and the Earth Spike, and then if you get a Meteor dropping on top of you, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. You factor in a Clockwork jumping in and throwing the cogs down. That's a lethal combination, so it could be to try and deny that Wombo combo, but
That meatball.
oh, looks like Nagatia is saying Witch Doctor and Shadow Shaman both haven't been picked up, so Shadow Shaman must be over on Southern Cross Dota 1. And yeah, so we're going to have to see how he goes, Hawks. His first time in Tide's Wrath. Our little Witch Doctor's growing up.
There you go, man. I'm loving these little facts here. If that's Naga, if you're feeding those to us, man, I keep it coming. Eh? That's some cool stuff. Cool stuff, dude. Mega props to this tournament.
Yeah. Okay, so Viper going to be the last ban out for your NATO. Obviously played to great effect by Narcotic in the previous game. They don't want to be going against that. What carry are they going to decide on the Azure guys unless they want the Morana carry? If I had to guess, I'd say they're going to go with someone else, and that someone else will be going up against an Alchemist, and obviously a lot of burst damage, so they either need to kill them first, or be very good at getting out, and I'm wondering if they might pick up a Juggernaut here, just because of his magic immunity? Or is that kind of a shot in the dark?
He's actually a lot less commonly picked than you'd imagine. But I mean, I suppose the magic community does help there, but it's you know kind of nothing that a BK can do. So Queen of Pain, we will see a core Mirana by the looks, and we'll have the Queen of Pain probably in the mid tri lane and be Mirana, Witch Doctor, and Crystal Maiden. If you get out of position with that lane, that is one aggressive tri lane, man. That's pretty damn scary stuff. And we'll have the Bat Rider in the mid, or it could be the other way around. We could have the Bat in the mid and the Queen of Pain on the off lane.
Oh, so Luna's going to be the final pickup. She gets banned a lot, so I get to talk about what I know. We're actually going to see her now. And obviously she does have the early game nuking power with the stun. She does have late game carry potential. She's also got great pushing and creep clearing as well. So we'll have to see how this goes, Hawks. I'm really excited to see the Queen of Pain. All I know about her is she's very mobile and she's got a lot of AoE burst. So I'll have to see how they manage to combo that all together. As we're going to get into this game too. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, Azure are currently 1-0 up in this best of 3. So it's up to Urnado to try and equal out the series as we wait to get into the game here. And we'll reintroduce the players as soon as we can. Hopefully we get some more stats. Hawks, that would be pretty cool. Looks like that American guy, TAG, agrees with us that the stats are awesome. And we're finally in, so 1-0 Azure. Once again, going to be represented by Situ, the suicidal support. In potentially mid lane, it will be Narcotic, who is coming from the Viper. On the carry, Mirana, we will have M. Laddie. On the Bat Rider, we will have Miggle. And rounding out Azure on the CM, throwing out the GLHF, it will be Citrus the Great.
Are they running this Alchemist support? I'm trying to work out what their
Oh.
go.
Shout out to Mock Woo and says boredom is fun. So I'm not sure, Hawks. Maybe they're gonna maybe one of them's gonna be a roamer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we might have this Alki here as a roaming support with that concoction, and have Luna farm the top lane with Lion. That is a fairly high damage lane as well. The ward going out early, and they are able to see these players come in early. Laddie getting in position for the arrow. She's doing a few circles. Doesn't look like they're going to be doing an extra. Are they going to be running a dual lane here as well?
I'm not quite sure. It looks like McNuts is going to be throwing down the wood. I thought M-Laddie might actually be in some trouble. I guess they decided to not go for it because he could quickly skill leap and get the heck out of there. Invoker, his win rate. And I think what it said before was Mirana has the highest win rate out of all these champs. So, heroes, sorry. So we'll go through Urnado quickly. Online it will be McNuts. On the Mirana, oh no, Luna, not Mirana. Luna, the other chick on the mount, it will be Boredom is Fun. We could see something in the mid lane here. No, it looks like M-Laddie will be bagging off here, Hawks. On the Alchemist, we will have Ulti. He's currently got his stun charging. Not going to throw it out and going to stun himself off to the side. We will see Timbersaw by Meet Your Playmaker. We'll have to see if he can do as well against the Bat Rider as he did playing it. And rounding them out will be the Invoker with his cool hood, Delete 12 in the mid lane.
Yes, C2 will be on the Witch Doctor. The Queen of Pain is going to be played by Narcotic, so that mid solo is his once again. Then we got Meladic on the Mirana. They're probably playing the hard carry, I suppose. Then we've got a little bit of action up on top. Laddie getting stunned there. The Coxon does go out on C2. The arrow coming out on Boredom there, and bit of action there. We might have Line going down as well. He's copping a lot of harass. One more auto attack, but he will able to get himself away there. Where was I up to?
I believe you were starting on Miggle.
Yes, so Miggle will be on the Bat Rider. And then we've got Citrus the Great playing the support there. Did a fantastic job last game. I think I cut you off earlier, but you were saying MVP goes to him on the Ruby.
Yeah, he did very well when you weren't listening to me because you're a jerk. Looks like Smoker to see going to be popped by Urnado. They're going to try and make the plays here, Hawks, very early and get their mid as Illusion going to be popped by Citrus the Great. He's heading to the bottom. I wonder if the Azure is going to be caught out. Narcotic. He must have had a mere call. He's going to blink out of there, and that will signal the end. I really hope that wasn't us giving that away, Hawks. As Ulti going to have the unstable concoction blow up in his face. At the bottom lane, we can see that Meet Your Playmaker. He's got a point in the reactive armor, and it's going to help him stay around. As it looks like First Blood going to go on at the top lane. Amladi going to pick that one up. Definitely not a good start for the 0-1 Urnado.
Yeah, fair bit of damage in that top lane. We did see the Maledict with 2 points in that, so he was able to pick up the out of position Luna there. As what was that fact, man?
I believe it said Luna has the highest win rate in out of 30 champs or something.
Heroes, bro.
Heroes. Yep, Heroes. Sorry, I'm in Dota. It was something about Luna being awesome.
Fair enough, then that's agreeable. We do have a little bit of a pull onto the side there, so...
Oh, Citrus the Great. Will he be in trouble down at the bottom lane? No. Just going to get some harass down. It looks like a 2v1 down at the bottom. No. Citrus the Great going to be roaming once again. Oh, what is the courier for Azure this time? It's a llama with wings. That is awesome. So, Narcotic on the Queen of Pain, currently leading in the farm by quite a significant amount, honestly. We'll have to see if he's going to roam once he hits the level 5. Up at the top lane, Sacred Arrow is going to miss as a siege minion whacking away at the Rippers, and that will be contested by the Azure guys, who looks like they're going to claim these little birds for themselves, forcing Urnado back. And if you look at the farm, it's all green at the moment, so Azure doing a very good job picking up not only the first blood, but winning in the farm as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've got a bit of action here. Maladi smacking the line right now. He did get his arrow off there and the Maledict combo as well, but we're going to see a bit of a rebuttal. Not enough to take down Sudo there. He is popping off the salve there, man. So a couple of close calls there, and we did have a kill too.
Oh, it looks like down at the bottom lane we're going to have a kill for a kill go off with the offlaners. There was no interference there. As this Wildling Ripper, he's finally getting the siege minion down. As the bottom lane for Urnado taking some damage, actually half health on the bottom tower, so it's starting to get weaker and weaker. McNuts is in the mid lane. Will he be able to get the gank off on Narcotic? As the blink going to go off, using that skill very well is he, and it looks like Ulti was thinking of heading down, gonna go back up to the top lane. Things not looking the best for the 0-1 Urnado, with M. Laddie, who played a fantastic Kunka last game, is doing very good on the Morana.
Yeah, he's landing those arrows there, and Cedu with the backup Maledict, that's a significant amount of damage. All they'll really need from there is just a couple of auto attacks to secure themselves the kill, and it looks like they've been doing it quite well when the supporter's not in range to back up. So whether it's good timing or not, it's some pretty decent stuff as the pings go out.
Okay, it looks like Smoker to Seed again going to be utilized by the Urnado guys. We'll have to see if it manages to work out for them. As the mere ping's probably going off, it looks like Situ going to be following his lane mates down there. I can't see Narcotic getting out of that one. He's going to get Hexed, going to get Earth Spiked, and Lion going to pick up that kill by McNuts. Probably not the most optimal person to pick up that kill, but it is an advantage nonetheless.
Yeah, that's also a kill on the mid lane there, so that's definitely definitely a bit of a blow there. It puts the Narcotic on the bench there for a bit, so he's gonna be a little bit behind as far as ganking goes. Yeah, well, it's gonna put him back rather, I should say.
He is smashing in the minions. What is it called? Creep score? Last hits. He's smashing in the last hits at the moment, and he has a full bar of mana as well as a full bottle. So Delete 12 gonna have to be very careful.
Oh, we've got a lasso middle going to town on him right now. Missing Timber Chain there. So the Timber Store is gonna get taken down there. Meteor plays is getting schooled on his Bat Rider, which he was doing a fantastic job early game. I thought. But yeah, he's not doing so well versing him.
Oh, looks like Miguel, he's going to have the Mirana ult, so he will be able to stealth. The stun going to go forward by ulti, followed up by the Earth Spike. Will he be able to stealth out? Auto attack going to land from McNuts on the line. That was fantastic layering of the stuns after the double teleport down to the bottom lane. Definitely what your NATO needed at that point in time. As he gets a little bit too cocky, this Bat Rider, and will pay the price for it. Although he did manage to get his Blink Dagger before he died, which is definitely to his credit.
Yeah, that's a victory for him. And by the way, the Mirana ult was well timed, but there was dust that was being held.
Oh,
so
okay.
He was revealed from the dust there, so that's definitely a good play. Obviously, dust being dust and sentries, or an eye being a pretty hard counter, de-counter rather, to Mirana's ult.
It does force a financial investment though from the enemy team, which in itself is pretty decent. It forces money to be spent on detection, where otherwise they'd prefer to get maybe vision wards or whatever.
Mirana throwing out the arrow. Here we go. Bit of a counter game going on here. Oh, only level 4.
Okay, so he's going to manage to leap out of the Death Ward. Oh no, actually the Death Ward was on his team. M-Lady going to be falling low from the Alki as Queen of Pain going to be coming in, and M-Lady picking up the killing spree. Currently at 302 on this Mirana, and you don't normally see her as a carry, but when she gets this far ahead, you probably will. All 3 of the carries for Azure with the advantage in the last hits of the moment, and Mirana, played by M-Laddie, having another fantastic game. He's gone from the Tidebringer Kunkka to the Mirana, and he's doing no less well played, good plays. That's it.
Good English, man.
Yeah, it's only the only language I know.
Yeah, don't worry, man. I failed a bit of that as well. Man, the damage. I just got to say this, dude. The damage on the Maledicted Death Ward there was just hilarious. That Luna folded, and she's quite behind right now. What level is she? I think she's level 5. So that's a significant, like, for their carry to be that level. Citrus the Great on the Crystal Maiden is actually higher level, so that's definitely not a good sign for the Urnado guys.
Oh, Zemlady going to be chased down by the Timbersaw by Meet Your Playmaker, but he does have the leap available, doesn't even need to use it. As will we see an engage at the bottom lane? No, there's no actual Azure members down there to be engaged upon. As Narcotic looks like he is heading down. Will there be an engage up at the top lane? Timbersaw going to Timber Chain his way forward. The leap comes out from him, Laddie, and that will be enough to dissuade the aggression.
Double. Oh, huge arrow. Huge arrow there from Melady. He's not going to pick up this kill because he's too tank.
Oh, M-Laddie's popped the ultimate. They don't know that he's in, but Lion going to throw out the Finger of Death as I think another kill went down. Currently 2 for 1 in Azure's favor. 3 kills picked up. So 2 managed to get that last one on the Witch Doctor. I think it was from the Death Ward. 3 for 1 in Azure's favor. Very well done there, Hawks. They're at a 5,000 gold lead plus as the cast going to go out. Hits Boredom is fun once again. Another stun goes out, and Citrus the Great gonna pick that one up. Hasn't yet picked up the Freezing Field in favor of points and Frostbite. Definitely the right decision with the amount of roaming that's going on, as the mid tower going to be the first piece of infrastructure to fall.
Yeah, man, and Boredom is really having a bad day right now, man. Every time she's TP'd back into lane, she's nearly just about carked it, dude. She's having a really rough time, not able to find any CS or levels or anything at all. The highest on Urnado's team is the Invoker. He's level 9, and he is only 1 level. This was their mid-solo. He is only 1 level above their support, the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, both of the supports and the carry only 1 level ahead. And the carry just hitting level 6 now. So Luna's ultimate is the Eclipse, which spams the Lucent Beam on everyone around her without actually stunning. They check that Roshan is in the bush. This is the Urnado guys. as Dire can't save their bottom tower. Lady going to take that one down in his murderous rampage. Miggle is going to pick up the invisibility rune as the engage goes on in the mid lane. McNuts going to get obliterated there. Timber Chain goes out by Meet Your Maker, but Narcotic is able to follow that one up. Blink forward by Miggle, and the lasso going to take the Alchemist down as Queen of Pain gets a double kill there. 3 deaths for no response as Delete 12 up the top lane trying to get the push on, but that tower is looking very healthy. The mid one not going to be healthy for long as Queen of Pain going to blink forward, and I think that was just the creeps. I thought she was obliterating someone, but it was just creeps.
Yeah, well, she did go to town on that bad boy as well. You can't forget that. We do have a TP up at top as well, so not much of a push that'll go on. The Forge Spirits have thrown out a bit of harass to Malady there, but this mid tower going down as well. So that's the first T2 tower to go down, men. Definitely a bit of a crushing blow.
Yeah, for sure. They've only got to shift their attention to the top lane, where 2/5 of that tower's health is already down. Looks like they are one step ahead of me, heading towards it. Double teleport coming in from Urnado. This may very well be their last stand. What kind of items have they picked up? Poor Ulti not even able to pick up a point in the Grievel's Greed. Not able to benefit from the bonus gold. What items have we got going out from these guys on Urnado's side? They don't have much to speak of. The phase boots and the circlet ring of regen on Delete. Meanwhile, for the other team, we have Orchid Malevolence picked up by Narcotic, only going to further increase the burst that himself and Sutu is capable of. Even Miggle going to benefit from that one, as boredom is fun. Going to try and get a push down at the bottom lane. He's going to be in some trouble though, as the Morana ult going to be popped, and Witch Doctor leading the charge. He's even going to run into a Queen of Pain. This could potentially end in disaster for him. Is Narcotic going to get the burst off already? As Bottom is finally going to turn that around. Fantastic play, but will he be able to TP out? No, he will get knocked aside by the Bat Rider, and decent turnaround for the Luna, considering I think he stopped a spree there. I think it was a 4-1-3 Queen of Pain before that, or 4-1-2 rather, but in the end gets taken down, and the Azure guys, they've got free reign over the map at the moment.
Yeah, they do, but you got to remember that was a massive walk around. I'm pretty sure they smoked up around this point or so, and they came all the way down through the mid where the T2 tower was, and you know, I mean that's a significant amount here as TP support comes in from the top. Miggle getting smacked up by the Cold Snap and Forge Spirits. He might go down here. Yeah, he does go down here. So well played by the Invoker. The unstable concoction comes, but it's not going to land, and he just pops his chemical rage there, and not much will happen after this, I'd say.
Okay.
Except for Deny.
Yeah, Deny going on from the Witch Doctor. Fast talking. I wanted to talk about, I think Lion went down somewhere in the mid lane. He did fall to Mlady, who's going to be engaged upon by the Meet Your Playmaker, but he is at the moment, and the leap goes on from Mlady. So Queen of Pain has a 61% win rate with Orchid of whatever it was, I think it said.
Yeah, the silent stick, dude. It's was that 6 minutes faster than the average? So that's a significant amount there as well. Sudo getting caught out of position here. The Force to him as he gets picked up by the Invoker there, and a smoke happens now. I'm not sure if they were in vision of that ward or not. Oh wait, that's air wards anyway. Never mind.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's going to be in trouble here. He's going to be hitting a Hex. Can he get the blink off? He does get the tower. Going to get Hex, going to get knocked up by the Earth Spike any second now. I don't think he's going to be able to escape from this one. It's just a matter of who's going to pick up the kill. Stun goes on by Invoker, and he gets another kill. So well played by Delete 12 there, picking up an auto attack kill, and then following it up with a Cold Snap. But at the meantime, they've got Azure down at the bottom lane, the rest of the members bumming around the base, and a little bit of a slow period for them at the moment after doubling the kills of Urnado. We'll have a look at the difference in gold. 12,000 in Azure's favor at the moment. Experience just under 7,500. And the items, is anything else substantial picked up? Ghost Scepter by Citrus the Great. We have the Yasha picked up from M. Laddie, as well as Ring of Aquila. Looks like Sidhu is working on a Ag Scepter for himself. Not quite sure what that does for Witch Doctor's ulti. I'll have a quick look, Hawks. Doesn't actually tell me.
I'm pretty sure it increases the bounce. So.
Oh, yeah, it even says. I think it makes it bounce once, and then level 3 bounces twice or 4 times or something.
Jeez, I haven't played him in so long. It kicks a lot of ass, so it's a significant amount of damage.
Yeah, he's worth 4,400 gold, which is only on your NATO side is only beaten by Delete 12. So he's raking in the money as the support Witch Doctor, and is very popping his cherry in the Tides Wrath tournament, doing very well for himself.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he's going great guns.
There he goes. He's farming the jungle by spam stunning them, as he says, "Look at this goal." Is that a Jamaican accent?
It certainly is.
Yep, cool.
It's a pretty hilarious, alt animation too. It reminds me that hero reminds me of Banjo bloody what's that?
Banjo Kazooie?
Yeah. That kind of like.
Over extravagance in the animation.
Yeah. The silly little. Oh man, they used to crack me up as a kid.
Oh, they were awesome. That game was great. Although I hated dying because of the because you had to watch the cinematic of that fat witch getting your sister. So, meanwhile, we're back in the Dota universe. Miggle is stealth forward. He's got quite a bit of duration left on that. As the Urnado guys, they're waiting for the engage. Miggle is waiting off to the side. The engage may be going on here as Azure going to back off. They're going to catch Miggle and will get stunned up. Tower's going to go down by the Radiant. Going to fall in the end to the Timbersaw. So, which tower was it that went down in the end? I'm not quite sure. I think
the second tier 2 tower. I actually think that was a little bit of a bait plan for exactly that. They wanted to get them away from the towers. There's a massive amount of damage goes out on Meet Your Playmaker.
Oh, Sidhu. Repeat of the last game running in to die for his team. Ends up being a 1-for-2 in the end. Well, I guess a 1 and a tower for 2. Probably better than nothing for Urnado at this point by Narcotic. Going to jump forward on Delete 12. He gets hit by a Sacred Arrow. And M-Lady going to run forward and right-click the poor Lion to death. As a bottom is fun is in the mid lane, and ulti at the bottom lane not able to do anything, and it looks like the last remaining tier 2 tower for Urnado going to fall here, and this may be the beginning of the end, Hawks. I can't see what Urnado can do at this point, particularly as Miggle is stealthing his way to ulti and can probably take him down despite the Chemist Rage, as Miggle going to blink forward, gets the lasso on, and stuffs his way forward. Ulti is going to pop the Chemical Rage. Will he be able to out-heal? He's going to throw the Unstable Concoction. Will he be able to waddle his way out? It looks like the blink by Miggle, and pops down the Burning Field, but timely intervention by McNuts going to stop that. Luna is also hitting it as well, as is the teleport. Miggle going to be forced out of here. He's going to have a cold snap, put it in full stuff. He's going to maybe save him. Finger of Death goes off. He's going to try and juke around the trees as his allies come in. Will he be taken down? No, he's going to blink dagger over to the side as poor Citrus the Great doesn't know what to do. Miggle's going to get stunned up, going to try and raise up and run out of there, but Luna going to end up picking that kill with the Lucent Beam. Definitely a good pickup for him, almost 300 gold. And meanwhile, I think Azure was just busy watching the Bat Rider.
Yeah, probably, man. It was a fairly interesting little juice session there. That Chemical Rage keeping the Alchemist up there, and it's just, even without items, man, it's so tough to take down.
And even without the HP it gives him.
Yeah,
50 health regen, that is a lot. That is a lot. Okay,
oh, yeah, so... I believe at level, the top levels are... Oh, man. Look at that Death Ward just go to town!
Okay, 2 kills instantly picked up for Azure. Will they be able to get through the Chemical Rage? They do indeed with a combined effort. Mleti barely going to get out of there. Delete 12 going to fall for his efforts. The only member remaining is Meet Your Playmaker, who will be engaged upon by Miggle and dragged into the enemy team as he gets lassoed, force stuffed in. And Witch Doctor going to pick up that one. Triple kill for the suicidal support Situ. And that was very well done. That death ward was insane.
Yeah, a very significant amount of damage there, and people are just exploding, and he's able to get full channels off too because of the kind of way this game is progressing. Like
they can't afford to interrupt him.
Yeah.
Oh, will they be able to pick up a return kill? The Urnado guys. The nice Bat Rider comes out. Will Situ fall? He's got the Urn of Shadows going, and he's got the Voodoo Restoration. Looks like Narcotic going to pick up a kill as Luna poons the Bat Riders. Bat Narcotic going to try and run out of there. Force stuff used on Delete 12 as Narcotic is going to blink away, try and get the TP scroll, and he will get away in there. Oh, Invoker going to...
Oh, wow, that is huge.
Okay, Invoker getting the Sunstrike in the enemy fountain. That was fantastically done by Delete 12. I think he's played Invoker before.
I really do think he does. Massive shout out for that. That was
so well played by both members there.
and the Invoker coaching.
I think that's a bit steep.
Oh, dude, I don't know. After seeing that, man, I'm nearly a believer, dude. That was unreal.
That was very cool.
That was good play all around. Narcotic getting off the excellent TP, and oh, look at that death ward from that hill.
Double kill by Situ, and Citrus the Great going to be chasing down the Alchemist. Does have the Chemical Rage popping. Mleti going to miss the Sacred Shadow. They're going to leap forward and surround him with the Manta-style illusions as Citrus the Great comes in to secure that kill. And that was pretty crazy in itself. I was going to point out before, a couple of fights ago, Hawks, I was going to point out the BKB on Boredom is Fun and think maybe that'll turn these fights around. It hasn't made much of a difference, though.
Nah, not at this stage, man. They're just too far ahead, I suppose. I mean, let's have a look at the graphs. What is there? 20k difference in gold, and XP would be 1500. So looking very dire as the mid racks is about to be taken here, Gold.
Yeah, very well played by Azure. Looks like they may be taking the series 2-0. But Urnado had a very good showing in the first game, and they're definitely making some awesome plays in the second. Just could not get it rolling for them as the racks may fall. It does end up falling in the end as the blink forward from Delete as he's going to lay down the burst. Witch Doctor may fall. He does sidestep the Sunstrike as Bat Rider and Marana both going to pick up kills for themselves on the Timbersaw and the Invoker. Will they be forced to get out? Looks like Azure going to leave the ranged racks alive for now. Well, Narcotic is not done yet. Will he be blinking forward? No, he's just going to take down both of the Invoker elementals, and it looks like Azure going to come back in and finish the job here. And they could honestly go either bot or mid after this. They've got complete control over the base. Miggle going to jump forward, grab poor McNuts on the line, and force staff his way forward. That is a very potent combo there. As Narcotic going to jump forward, BKB may save Bottom is Fun. No, Luna going to end up picking up Marana as Bat Rider going to get another kill onto Ulti on the Alchemist. Narcotic going to pick up Meet Your Playmaker, and GG well played going to go out here. Hawks looks like a 2-0 sweep by the Azure guys as Delete going to try and force staff his way into the corner of the base. The Ancient is going to fall, and the series picked up by Azure.
Oh yeah, definitely well played by Azure. That was less close than the first match.
Yeah.
The first match ended up in a bit of a snowball, but that was an absolute crushing there. I'd have to say the work that was getting done at top there, Marana landing those arrows, Mleti, sorry, or however you'd like to say.
I'm not sure how Mleti?
Yeah, Mleti.
It kind of sounds like what was I trying to say? Madeline was what I was thinking, but it's nothing like that. So
Man,
Never
I
mind.
would like to have a little bit of what you're smoking.
Yeah, okay.
No,
That's
definitely like the work that was getting done in that top lane through the Witch Doctor C2, I believe, was on it. He was going to town with those arrows and melodic combinations, and then yeah, you saw late game what was going on as soon as he had that staff, just absolutely ripping through. But man, that Sunstrike, holy shit!
yeah, delete 12. He was 3 steps ahead of everyone, for sure.
Oh yeah, he really was, man. My MVP's got to go to him after that, man. That was just
Yeah, we'll have to
that.
give an honorary one to M. Laddie on the Marana for some nice play. I particularly liked when he leapt forward and trapped poor Ulti on the Alchemist within the illusions because he's so fat. But yeah, I think we'll have to hand it to Delete 12 for that awesome Sunstrike. And he actually did pretty well cleaning up in the fights leading on. Like he didn't do the best at the start, but he did a great job of following up with the fights as the game progressed.
I think it was more of the case. He did get ganked once or twice a mid, but his team was so far on the back foot. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't specifically him on the back foot.
He went even, which wasn't what he needed.
Yeah. I mean, he was kind of picking off those cold snaps and forge spirit combos and dealing a lot of damage there, but it was his team was just too far behind for him to be able to carry them through to any significant, I suppose, position in the game.
Yeah, well, he almost managed to beat Citrus the Great on the roaming Crystal Maiden, so you got to hand it to him. He came close.
Yeah. Fair enough.
All right, so I'll have to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you go to GameStar's Facebook, there'll be more from Hawks and myself. We'll be covering more Tide's Wrath as well. So have a wonderful night. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next time.